Mama, sit down and grab your coffee or your Diet Coke. That's how I do. I've got a question for you, and I want you to answer it honestly, even if only in your head. Have you ever wondered why certain things your adult children do set you off so fast? Almost like you're reacting before you can even think. I've been there. Because listen, you are not alone. Last week, we started talking about the find part of my finding free mark of my finding freedom framework. That's hard to say. We started digging into where some of our reactions really began. Well, today we're stepping into the face part. And let me tell you, this is where my growth really began. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mama Sit Down, the podcast for mamas with grown kids who are finally ready to quit running everybody's life and start enjoying their own. I'm your host, Roxanne, and today, well, we're going to have one of those tell the truth and shame the devil conversations, but in the nicest, most Jesus loving way possible. Let's get to it. So, last week, we talked about finding the roots and when I found a few of mine. Lord have mercy. For years, I used to get so offended when my kids would call me controlling. I mean, instantly hot, bothered, straight up mad. Because in my mind, I wasn't controlling, I was helping, I was preventing disaster, I was keeping the train on the tracks because that's what I knew to do. But when I finally stopped and faced the truth, I realized I was controlling, not because I wanted to be in charge, but because I was scared. I was scared everything would fall apart if I didn't handle it. And y'all, admitting that was both humbling and freeing, just like we talked about last week. Your reactions today might be coming from years and years ago. You may have become the fixer early on, the way I did, the peacemaker, the little girl who held everything together. And now, as an adult, it shows up without you even realizing it. What's really happening here? Facing means telling the truth about what pattern your childhood trained you into. For me, facing meant saying, all right, girl, if your kids say you're controlling and you're exhausted from managing everything, maybe, just maybe, there's some truth in there. And when I said that out loud, not with shame, not with judgment, but just straight up honesty, things started shifting. And here's what I want you to hear today. Facing the truth doesn't condemn you, it frees you. And here's the part I only want to whisper today because we'll talk about it in a future episode. There's research showing that early trauma can literally shape how your body reacts to stress. So if things feel automatic, you're not crazy. You're human. Here are two simple, doable steps that you can take with you into this week. One is the 2-second pause. Because before reacting to something your adult child says or does, stop for 2 seconds and ask yourself, is this about today or is this about back then? If it's back then, you pause, breathe, and remind yourself, this is not my emergency to fix. This one practice alone can change whole conversations. The second thing is the one line truth statement. Pick one truth that helps you regulate in the moment. Let me give you some examples. Maybe say to yourself, they're allowed to make choices, even choices I wouldn't make. I don't have to save the day today. God's not asking me to carry this. Say it out loud or whisper it under your breath, whatever works for you. But this interrupts the old pattern and gives your brain a new direction. What happens when we face the truth? When I finally faced the truth that my controlling reactions were fear driven, a funny thing happened. My home got quieter. My mind got cleaner. My kids opened up more, and I started liking myself more. I stepped into the season of peace Jesus talked about in Matthew 11:28. I use that one a lot. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Girl, I didn't need just rest. I needed a permission slip to stop carrying everybody's everything. And facing the truth gave me that permission. So let me ask you one more time. Is it possible that your childhood is still parenting your grown kids? If even a tiny part of you says, maybe, then this week your assignment is simple. Take the 2-second pause, use the one-line truth statement. That's it. Just awareness. One small practice. And next week, honey, next week, we're stepping into the free part. And that's where the joy and lightness and freedom live. Until then, I want you to sit down, breathe, and let God lift what you've been carrying. Because remember, it's your time now. Have a great day.